Just again, absolutely delighted. Even more so to be in the semi-finals and play in the one-table setup, which is what you dream of as a kid when you first start playing. So, yeah, just over the moon.
When you started off that qualifying process, it must seem a very long way away.
Yeah, it seems like months away now. It is such a long and grueling tournament. And I guess if you don't make it easy on yourself, it can be even harder and longer, you know. So I guess you've got to try and make every match as easy as you can if you're going to win, you know. You don't want to be grueling out 13-12s all the time or anything like that. So I'm just happy to kind of win the last few frames there and get it done.
Do you think Ali maybe took you a little lightly at all? He seemed quite confident.
I don't think so. I think he's hungry enough that he wanted this, you know. However it panned out, and even when I got to a point where I was still nip and tuck, but I was a couple of frames ahead, he came out. He came out today and he played 2 or 3 great frames, so I knew that he wanted it just as badly as I did. So I just had to try and hang in on there.
I think your sort of that period when you more or less quit the game, like quit the pro game, has kind of steeled you a bit for this sort of moments. You had a fresh attitude.
Well, everybody says I quit the game, but I didn't. I've said it a few times now. Sorry, I tried, but I just wasn't good enough. I dropped off the tour and I had 4 or 5 years where I was trying to get back on and I just didn't get back on. So yeah, I guess having all these years of experience has helped.
There must have been times during that period as well when if someone had told you you were going to be in this position today, you perhaps wouldn't have believed them?
There's certain times in that period where I didn't even think I was going to be a professional again, and it was ridiculous, you know. Like I was at such a low point a couple of times that I was so desperate to just get back on the tour and just scrape a living. So obviously from that point to now is absolutely amazing, and I'm just over the moon and proud of myself as well.
Can you sort of pinpoint what those 2 situations were they sort of
not like it's sort of a bit of a blur, but I do remember in my own head being in them situations, whether I was off the tour and I was like struggling for money and I was thinking, what job do I get? I'm just thinking, what am I doing? I've played snooker since I was 8 years old. I've put my heart and soul into it. I've played for hours and hours every day. Missed school because of it, and all sorts of other things, and missed nights out with my mates. And I'm in my early 20s now. Where's my life going? And yeah, it's the same as a lot of players who have been struggling before. It's no different a story really. It's just I'm so happy to obviously be making a living out of the game now. Really, that's it.
Always had that belief you were good enough to get to this sort of semi-final stage?
Deep down in your gut, you know that if you play your game the way you've seen yourself playing it in practice, like for days on end or weeks on end when nobody else is watching, you dream of that sort of thing. Yeah, you know that I can do what I've been watching on the telly. So you just cling on to that as best you can. And like I say, I knew even if I didn't play to my full potential, I should be good enough to make a living out of the game. So that was goal one. Once I'm doing that, then whatever else comes, I suppose.
This is £1,000 that you've got now for the semi-final in life-changing money, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yeah. I mean, it's massive, isn't it? So just try not to think of that.
How's the pressure? I mean, did you feel anything to lose, or did you feel pressure overnight, or did you think you'll feel pressure?
I guess in the last session there, you do feel like you've got a little bit to lose, more than any other stage, because you don't want to be a few frames ahead and then lose that, you know. I guess I'd be gutted. I mean, obviously I've still had a good run, but you want to grab every opportunity you can, and there's been millions of opportunities in the past that I haven't quite converted and lost loads of money from and stuff. So you kind of get to a point where you're not bothered anymore, but at the same time it would be gutting to lose. So I just try to hang on to try my best on every shot.
Gary, Ali's been in here and said you've got to be the favourite. Is that a bit of pedology or?
Yeah, I think it has to be. I mean, why would I be the favourite? I've never got here before. There's 3 or 4 other players playing better than me in the tournament probably. So the only way I would be favourite if I was starting to play really well, and I was starting to play like what Robertson's played and a bit of what Judd's played. I think they're the 2 favourites at the moment, to be perfectly honest, and I know I need to improve my game again if I'm going to go even further.
So you've not even seen the best of you yet?
I don't know if snooker players are never happy, but no, I mean, being totally honest, you won't have seen the best of us, because if you did, I wouldn't be missing easy chances when they were there. You're not going to get 100% of every chance, I know that, but it's the easy balls and the lack of confidence in how you're queuing on certain shots, that just isn't there when you're comfortable and you're playing well. And if that comes out, then I know there's still an extra gear there somewhere.
Do you believe you can win it?
Why not? I've got this far. Just long may it continue. If I can just keep playing as well as I can, trying as hard as I can, and a few things go my way, and the shots that I know I'm struggling with start coming together, you never know.
It's a very unique situation at one take. It's something you're going to look forward to now.
Yeah, like I said, that was the main thing in terms of winning that game. The main thing in my head was thinking, I just want to get to that one table. I want to get to that one table. If anything, you just want to get as far as you can in this tournament to experience that. You don't know as a player if you're ever going to experience that again or ever in your career if you haven't been there. So I'm just over the moon to go out into the Crucible and play in that arena the way it'll be.
You must be taking it all in your stride. Are you feeling the pressure inside? Are you doing a good job out
maybe a little bit, but not. When I go out to play, I just go out to play. I think it's the waiting in between all the time, and obviously it's such a long tournament. It's probably like a little bit of background stress, but I'm not really stressed about it. I'm just chilling out and just doing my own thing and watching Gogglebox and stuff like that. But I'm just one of them who just likes to get on with it. So I'd rather not wait around so long. I'd rather just get on with it. And I could play best of 35 in a day if you wanted us to.
It looks like Judd next. I think you beat him last year. Do you remember much of that game?
Was it China? One of the China tournaments, was it? I remember bits of it. I scored well for a few frames, and obviously it's I think it was best of 9 compared to obviously the long formats. You get a few frames where you score well and you're in a great position. So I remember it being quite a good game, and you missed one or two, but I think I played quite well in that game, to be honest.
You hold no fears of facing someone?
I don't hold any fears of playing anybody. I don't care who I play. As long as I play my own game and I feel like I've tried my best, then I can't be disappointed with myself.